moment here, Chase. Trying to come live. We'll be ready though here in a second. Alright, we're here with On the Pool here tonight. Sorry it took us a moment here to get this up, but I'm joined here in the booth with Chase Matsko. Chase, how's it going tonight?
I'm alright, how about you?
It's going okay. I understand you got another driver spotlight for us tonight.
Yes, sir. We got everybody's favorite reckless driver, Robert Wrapz. How you doing today, Robert?
Doing great. Ready to put some dirt on the track, hit a couple guys, make it a good race.
Yes, sir. That sounds awesome. All right, how long you been racing with FMA, Robert?
I've been here probably about 8 months, maybe a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think so. It's good. It's a good time around here, isn't it?
It's a great time. Great family adventures.
What's your plan for today's race?
Plan for today's race is to bring up the rear of the pack, try and just keep in front of Dan and Matt.
And survive?
Survive, that's just the key. I can't wait to hear Adam talk about all my off tracks.
What do you do outside of iRacing for fun? You do anything?
Outside of iRacing, I like to do some boating, and I'm gonna buy myself a catamaran here in a couple of years, so need to get into sailing.
Pretty cool. How much do you put any practice in before races, or you just send it?
Full send. Bought the track probably 10 minutes before the race started, did a couple laps, trying it out.
Okay, awesome. How would you describe your driving style?
Reckless and slow. That's about all I can say.
Hey, you're good if you put in the time, though. I'll give you that.
You got any? Don't always have time for it.
Do you got any rivals at FMA?
You're my rival.
Yeah, everybody said that so far.
Just try to put you in the walls the most I can.
What's your favorite track?
Favorite track? That's a rough one. I'd say probably Road America. This one's pretty nice. I like this one so far.
Yeah, it's a good one. Road Atlanta is better than Road America, though. I'll fight you on that.
Hey, you better watch out. Robin's racing.
You got any cars that you want in real life?
I'd probably do the Ferrari in real life or the McLaren.
Yeah.
One of those.
That's good choices. Alright, man. That should be it. So, good luck tonight. Hopefully you survive.
I hope so, too. Better watch out. I'm coming for you.
Yeah, you won't see me.
I know.
You might see him whenever you come around to lap him.
Yeah. That's if I don't spin out. Alright, Robert. Good luck, man.
Well, good luck to you too, Chase. Thanks for the driver shout-out.
Yep, hopefully seeing you a couple minutes here.
We'll see. You're third fastest right now, so we'll find out. Now we got everything underway, as you heard. Robert Wrapz, our driver's spotlight here tonight. Currently out there just trying to get a few more laps under his belt here, considering he just discovered this track. Steven Zader out here in the number 69. Now you see them out here. This is the Regal Wrapz and Designs GT3 Road Series. Wrapz, I don't think any of your laps are counting considering you have a black flag. I don't know what that black flag is for. Ron Matthews out on track here with a Mercedes. Or no, yeah, that's a Mercedes. Justin Welsh in the Acura. Or Audi. Which is it? Acura or Audi? What is it? One of the two. Chase Matsko out there in a Ford. We got a few Fords out there tonight. We got Chase Matsko in that green machine. Dan Brasington out there in the Pennzoil, if I'm looking at it right. And then we got Travis Roberto out there in one as well. Jody Nielsen, our sponsor for tonight, out there in a Mercedes. Currently has the best time on warm-up. Not sure who. Well, now Bassler has the best time on warm-up with the car number 396, which is currently a Porsche. Matt Barr is in third. And off track down through the dirt. I think we're going to see that quite a bit here tonight, especially through that corner. Get my lovely track map out here for tonight. So I know where these drivers are going and where they've been, type of thing. Hopefully everybody's hearing me okay. Let me know in the comments if you're not. Should be okay as we got the grid coming up here. Your starting grid. That's going to be Travis Roberto out there in front with Mach 10 Motorsports. In second, we have Justin Welsh. And third is going to go to Kurt Bassler. Fourth, Chase Masco. Fifth is going to be Mike Zacher with Steven Zader there in sixth. Brian Scott there in seventh. Matt Mars there in eighth. We got Jody Nielsen there in ninth, tonight's sponsor. Ignacio Roy there in 10th. Robert Milbrath there starting 11th. And then we got Ron Matthews starting in 12th. So you see the start lights come up on the screen there. Now we get set to rock and roll here tonight. We'll get the track map up here momentarily. I don't know. I'll have to look here. I should have done this before, but I totally forgot about this. Okay. Yeah, I don't have any cameras for this track yet. Let's see here. Aha, there we go. All right, so. Oh, good, and I have the track map the way it should be. Yeah, coming down there in corner number 8. And work up here through corner number 10. Kurt Bassler there in third. Matsko starting, Matsko starting third. Oh, that's a good right. Matsko should be starting third. Yeah. No, Matsko's starting fourth, sorry. Kurt Bassler will start fourth. And they head on down here in the corner number 11 and 12. I see this corner right here being the trouble spot for a lot of drivers. As you see already, tire marks through the dirt. We saw Matt Mars go through there. And them all coming up here into the corner. 13. $14 drivers tonight. Matt Mars starting tonight with the DOL. Or an end-of-line penalty. That is why he's clear back there in 14. So he's going to have some work to do to bring that Porsche up through the field. There we see them coming down here to the start. Pace car's off. Green flag is out. They're on the loft pedal down, and away they go into corner number 1. They bring it on down through here, through that corner number 1, which is a 180 turn back onto itself. Everybody making it through there okay. Now as they bring it up through 2. Now we go around corner number 3. Starting to single file it out here. Hey, driving, bring it on down. You're looking there at Kurt Bassler in 4th. Chase Matsko there in the 3rd now. Hey, bring it on up through there, through 5, up through 6, and around 7. And now they hit around down here to corner number 8. Whoa, Ignacio having issues there. Yeah, he's got it collected. Got it back straight again down here through into corner number 9. There's him head out here through. Oh, hang on to it. Looks like somebody's up there way on the top side. That might be Matt Mars in the number 34. That certainly is. Matt Mars in the 34. Up there almost into the dirt. Here comes Chase Matsko. Ignacio goes around there and into the inside barrier. Getting it straightened back out. There's some damage there on the front end of that machine. Ron Matthews off track. And see him coming around corner number 12 down here through 13. And we got Roberto out front in that 028. Last week's winners as we want to take a look at it. Last week's winners as we take a look here was Travis Roberto getting the win at Lime Rock. The week before that at Daytona for the season opener was Travis Roberto. I just want to take a look here as to last night's race, which is the Sunday series. Okay, Sage Greco's winning them on Sundays. But Roberto's here dominating Monday so far, getting the first 2 wins of the season. Can he make it a 3rd here tonight in race number 3 of season number 4? And they will see them all working down here through turn number 8, 9, and then into 10. Look at there, Robert Milbrath in the number 45. There you see the 317. Yeah, we said tonight's sponsor, Jody Nielsen's currently sitting there in 8 in that number 56. Want to thank him for the sponsor tonight. Now we head on down through off the corners here. You see, down there to the inside goes Robert Milbrath. You heard, not much practice here to start tonight. Working through there. As they work through that treacherous turn of 11 and 12. Head back down in here to 13. Head back out onto the main stretch where that start-finish line is. Everybody's kind of getting their cars underway, getting the pace found that they want. And you see them work on down through. Off the corner they go. Heading up off, down through, into corner number 7. Out here now through 11 and 12. And just watch this here. Kurt Bassler, he's going to take it on down through here and getting that. Oh, hang on to it. Sounded like it was a little bit loose there on the rear end coming there through the corner. Hard to tell, though, as we're almost 5 minutes into the 45-minute race. Coming back around here in a lap. To put the lap in the books. Laps are running about a minute 35 to a minute 40, depending on the driver. As you're on board there with Kurt Bassler as he works down into corner number 1. Looking there to the inside, underneath the 207. I'm sorry, no. Under the 67, sorry, of Justin Welsh. Now he's looking there to the outside. Going to dive it back down here as they work through turn 3 and into 4. Up here through 5, down into 6. You see them work side by side there. A little hop there over the curb. They work down here in the corner number 7. And down in the corner 8 now. Roberto doing very strong out front. You see them all weave down through. And looks like Bassler. Oh no! Chasing around. Chase Matsko goes around along with Justin Welsh. Justin Welsh trying to get his back under power. Will do so. I don't know. He's missing the rear spoiler though. Chase Matsko, he's back here. He's still got most of the car intact. A little damage here to the front end, but he's now back here in 11. Let's take another look here to see exactly what happened between Justin Welsh and Chase Matsko. It's him working down into the corner, and it looks like, oh no! Chase went to go around him, and that's what clipped the back in there, and whoa! Chase trying not to screw other drivers up, and that's why he's moving around like that. Try and get underway, drivers coming around him. Man, oh man, tough break there. He's now back, as we said, in 11th. We'll see if he gets up any farther here. Chase Matsko in pit lane here, 7 minutes into the race. Justin Welsh back here in the 67, missing that rear spoiler. Along with the rear bumper, I can't imagine that aero that aero damage is helping him too well. In fact, I'm sure it's hurting him quite a bit trying to keep the downforce on that back end. You see them all work down there off the corner. Looking there at the number 29 of Dan Brasigan. There's the 34, Matt Mars, up to 12. He's following there behind Ignacio. Jody Nielsen, our sponsor tonight, there in the number 56, coming up off corner number 10. Working down here in the corner number 11. And in 12, and as we said, this corner coming up here, they need to make sure they judge that correctly, otherwise they're there into the sand. As you see them work there off, down there into the corner they go, into the next corner they go rather. Everybody doing a great job here tonight so far. Working there off the corner. Well, somebody went down through as Ignacio having issues. Take another look at Ignacio's crash. Ignacio, not sure what happened there. If he got into the back of somebody. Yeah, that's what he did. He'd come down through there. Trying to see who that is. Ends up coming in up in front of Ignacio. Might have been Ron Matthews. Yeah, Ron Matthews had come up in front. And them all working down through the track right now. Jay Davis out there in front, or out there in 7th, sorry. Roberto's still out front, followed by Kurt Bassler and Mike Zacher. Then you got Steven Zader, Brian Scott rounding out your top 5. And see them coming out through there. Jay Davis there in the 317. Working down through off here through turn number 11 and 12. And the drivers found that dirt pile. I'm not sure who did, but some drivers have. As they continue to head on through here, racing at 11 minutes in. And watch Davis there in the 7th spot for Nameless Racing. Coming up on our sponsor of Jody Nielsen. And if you were wondering tonight where Roughneck was, that usually runs here at FFTV beforehand, this is an off week for them as they are in between seasons. Down here through corner number 4, 5, and 6 for Jay Davis. Before coming around turn number 7. And see Jody Nielsen down through off corner number 13, going through 14, coming around here to the front. Working there off the corner, they go down into the next one. Up off the corner, Travis Roberto still your leader. I got Bassler slowly. Jody Nielsen there in 6th. I got Davis there in 7th, Mel Bratz in 8th. And we're coming slowly up onto a third of the way through the race. With Roberto, your leader, Bassler in 2nd. And you see about a 2-second gap between Roberto and Bassler. It's Mike Zacher back here in 3rd. Losing a little ground on your front leaders. Or front runners, however you want to look at it. We got Nielsen coming there off the final corner across the bottom. They head on down through off the corner down there through 5, 6, and 7 for Jody Nielsen. He's up there in the 6th. Hey, now don't be doing this. All right, so far so good. All right. Well, I must have bumped something else. All right. Down here through the corner, we see Nielsen there in 6th. Davis there in 7th. Jody Nielsen up there, we said, running 6th. Roberto, still your race leader. Gained some time over Basler. Now it's almost a 2 points. It's 2 3/4 seconds between Basler and Roberto. You see them working down through corner number 1 down there. We got Nielsen and these guys working here through turn number 14. Kate Masco back here in 13th. Matthews called it done. 5 laps down now as he is out. Milbrath having issues. I see him back here in 9th. Still up 2 positions from where he started. Davis is up 6. Hard luck right now looks to be Justin Welsh as he's down 10 spots. Working there off the corner. Everybody doing a great job so far. We're looking there at Mike Zacher now in the number 46. There's Jody Nielsen and Brian Scott. The battle going on there. And come down through 11 and 12. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the racing so far. And if you do and want to help contribute here to Flickform TV and help us get cameras for other tracks, as this track doesn't seem too bad when it comes to camera work, but other tracks can be pretty bad. You can contribute there in the descriptions with different ways there with tips and donations. Tip jar is there in the bottom right-hand corner. If anybody wants to contribute, you can. Like, subscribe, get notified for upcoming races as we seem to be live pretty much 5 days out of the week with Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And waiting for the new season to start on Fridays. Thursdays is Coast to Coast Pro Late Models. Then we have our, we usually have Roughneck on Monday, followed up with FMA. As you're on board with Brian Scott in a number 85 as he heads down here in the corner number 11 and 12. There's Mike Zacher. He's working down off of the final corner. Wednesday nights, that is the Coast to Coast Hometown Heroes. And then we move over here to FMA for their Gen 4, their Mellow Yellow Gen 4 Cup Series. Sundays is the FMA Xfinity Series. Brazzington now having issues as he goes around. Go ahead and take a look at Brazzington here. He comes off here. Not sure which corner at the moment. Misjudges this one maybe a little bit. And around he goes. And the number 29, Pennzoil Machine. Looking there at Mike Zacher once again. They head off through the corner down here. With Zacher there in third. Roberto 4 seconds out front now. Basler slowly falling into the clutches there of the drivers behind him. They see him come out of the final corner, down there across the start-finish line. Down into corner number 1 once again. And through there, you can see them go. As Zader is catching up there to Zacher. Brian Scott rounds out your top 5. They're starting to get gapped out across the racetrack. These 14 drivers, which is now down to 12. And Brasington has called it done, and so has Matthews. They got McLaren catching up there to the Porsche. They work through, trying to see where they're at here. Coming down towards corner number 11 and 12. As Zacher brings it on down through, got to make sure he doesn't catch that sand too much. Great job bringing it on through there. I see Zacher and Zader working up there, getting closer to Basler. They ended up falling back a little bit there off the final corner. Still about 2 seconds between Zacher and Basler, but Zader is right there on the bumper of Zacher. Jody Nielsen possibly coming to pit road here soon, and is coming in. So tonight's race sponsor, they're on pit road. There you see Roberto for Mach 10 out there in the lead. And Kurt Basler's there second. Mike Zacher there third. Steven Zader there fourth. Brian Scott fifth. And you see him head on out through. Great job so far. Kurt Basler there second. Mike Zacher there third. And you see coming down through off the corner, down through the start finish. Look. They're heading through corner number 12. Slowly catching up to Milbrath, who's running there in 12th in the BMW. Now, Robert, I'll say this much. You're not the last driver on the track tonight. That award looks like it's going to go there to Ron Matthews. Dan Brasington there in 13th is up 1 spot. So, I mean, you didn't even start last, so I'd say you're running pretty well. Chase Basco, he's trying to get that Mustang in gear as he ended up spinning out and is fighting here to try to get back up through the field. Sitting in 11th right now. Slowly gaining up here to Jody Nielsen. Jody Nielsen came into pit there at lap 14. So looking like about 15 laps is about halfway through the race. So looking about 30 laps. So we should see other drivers start to come in for their halfway pit stop so that they can make it on fuel. And normally with these drivers, from what I understand from these GT3 drivers here at FMA, they don't take tires because it takes too long on pit road. So what they'll do is they'll come in, get fuel, and just run the same set of tires. So you'll just see them times kind of fall off. Now, I don't know if anybody truly does take tires or not, but most definitely they are not taking. Most of them will not take tires. They'll just be a fuel-only stop to get them to the end. So down here through off the corner they go with Jody Nielsen there in a 56 machine, currently sitting in 10th. Chase Matsko trying to chase him down. They're about a minute off of the leader. Just under a minute off the leader of Travis Roberto. As Roberto's coming up there through turns 4, 5, and 6. As him work off the corner up there onto that berm. Down here through, heading towards corner number 11 and 12. I'm sorry, corner 9 and 10 is where they're at right now on the racetrack there for Roberto. Bassler here in a second. Zacher back here third. Zader back here in a fourth. Brian Scott rounding out your top 5. And right behind him is Jay Davis. They work down through. Hey, see there, Brian Scott is out of Spanish Fort. Jay Davis, as we said, back here in 6th. Matsko having issues once again. See here what exactly happened is he got around Nielsen. And then for somehow lost it again. I see it kick out there and around he goes. Hey, back here at the back of the pack now, once again, behind Jody Nielsen. I see here comes Davis in the pit lane. We got Roberto in pit lane. Zacher's in the pits. Zader in the pits. I see Roberto there in the number 4 or 3rd spot right now. Scott and Bassler still have to make their pit stop, along with Matt Mars. Looking at David as he works down around. Bassler is on pit road. And in his pit box, the 317 there, Jay Davis. Brian Scott's going to take another lap here. I see them all working there off the corner. You see them all working through here. Great job. Work there off of the corners. Matt Mars back here in 34. Or I'm sorry, in the 34, in 9th. Looking there at Zacher as he's back here in 3rd now. Everybody's made their pit stops. The only one I'm questioning now is Chase. As Chase last pitted at lap 4, I don't know if that'll give him enough fuel to make it to the end. So I'm expecting Chase to make one more stop before the end of the race. And Bassler trying to get up there to Roberto, but not quite there. Last week, it was Evan Gourmet trying to chase down Travis Roberto and Ignacio. Ignacio tonight struggling a little bit back here in 11th here at Zandvoort. As you see Roberto out there in 1st. Bassler here 2nd. Zacher in 3rd. He's got Zader right there on his bumper still, working there through off of the final corner. Back onto the front straightaway. Or back onto the main straightaway, I should say. There, front to back, there, down through the front stretch. 2/3 of the race done. A third to go. Here comes Zader looking to the inside through the corner. Hang on, there we go, blinking out just a little bit. Back underway down here in the corner number 1 as they head down there through the corner. Lap 85, or I'm sorry, not lap 85. Car number 85, Brian Scott, working there just in front of the 317 of Jay Davis. There you see Matt Mars just a little ahead of Chase Matsko. Work down there off of corner number 8. On board here with Steven Zader. He works there through corner number 9 and then into 10. You got the 26 there of Matsko as he works there. Trying to figure out where Matsko is. It looks like he's coming down there at a corner number 8. He's behind Matt Mars. Gaining on Matt Mars. Head on down here out of corner number 10 down here into 11. As Chase looks to try to get around him, as you see him there in the camera. Matt Mars. Matt Mars diving down through corner number 12. Worked up off. Into the dirt goes Chase a little bit. Worked there through the final corner. Down through corner number 1 for Matt Mars. Roberto out front. Working through turn number 10 for Roberto as we're watching Matsko and Chase go at it here. I'm trying to find any other battles on the racetrack, and I'm not really seeing any. The next closest one is between Zader and Zacher. Zader getting around Zacher for 3rd place. I see him working there off the corner. As we said, Matt Mars and Chase Matsko battling for position back here. They got the 317 of Javis and Justin Welsh trying to close the gap on one another. And you're on board there with Justin Welsh in the car number 67. Alberto out front. There's Kurt Bassler. There's second. Steven Zader there third. Hey, Zacher there for it. Brian Scott fifth. Head up off corner number 4. Oh, I'm sorry, the left. Well, I guess some of them were heading off 4, 5, and 6. Roberto's chasing down through corner number 10 down here into 11 now. Brian Scott works there off of 10 down here. Oh, I'm sorry, he's working through 9, up into 10. Now you watch him coming down there through off the corner. Travis Alberto out in front. Kurt Bassler there second. Steven Zader there third. Mike Zacher there for it. Brian Scott in fifth. Up off here, down through corner. Number 7 there. Well, I'm not sorry. That's corner. Where am I? 85. Oh, he's working down there through corner number 3. And then work down there into the next corner. Brian Scott rolling there in fifth. Roberto out front. There you see Matt Mars. Currently sitting in 11th. Justin Welsh there in 7th. Down there off of corner number 11 and 12 here for, I'm sorry, no, 9 and 10 for Justin Welsh and Jay Davis. Or, I'm sorry, no, Justin Welsh and Jody Nielsen. Jay Davis a little farther out in front of them. Down across the stripe goes the 28 of Travis Berto. They head down here through corner number 3 for Roberto. Just under 5 laps to go. Jake Batsko, problems once again. You're watching Chase Matsko there. And loops it around. Great job keeping it off the wall. Is that all of it, or is there more? There had to be more to it. See if we can find it. Yeah, there it is. Goes around once again. That time locking it down. Stays off the wall. He'll call it to the pits there. Now Matsko is out. Here on board there with Justin Welsh in 7th place. Nielsen right there behind him. And work down through the front stretch. Now here comes Nielsen there to the right side. Going to try to make the pass. And does so. Nielsen gets ahead of Justin Welsh. Looking at Matt Mars there in 9th. Thought Chase started off strong here tonight, but ended up the track beating them. Track's proven too tough to tame for a couple of these drivers tonight. I got maybe 2 more laps left here as they start this one and then 1 more after this. Now we watch Roberto coming down through there. You see Ignacio trying to get up there to Matt Mars. Matt Mars has a black flag shown for him, so he's going to pull it in before the end of the race. We're on the final lap here for Roberto, so I would say Matt Mars would have to bring it in this time, or he's going to have seconds added to his time here tonight. We'll see what he does here this lap. He comes around here, coming on to the front stretch. He's going to ignore the black flag and come down across the stripe, and he's got 1 more lap to go. So he'll get time added. I don't know where he'll finish. He is showing a black flag here. Roberto coming there through corner number 11 and 12. 2 more corners and in the stripe. And Roberto will win tonight here at Zandvoort. Zandvoort, one of the 2 ways of saying it. And see him roll it down there through the final quarter. Up here to the stripe comes Roberto. He'll get the win here tonight at Zandvoort. As you see the checkered flag waving there. Interesting there. I don't know if that must be how it is here. As you see Zacher coming across the line. Brian Scott working there through turn 3 and 4. Matt Mars still trying to hang on to something here as he rolls down here in corner number 11 and 12. I'm curious to see where he finishes here tonight. Ignacio ends up off track there, way up there into the dirt. There you see Ignacio there coming across along with Matt Mars. As we said, we're going to have to see how this is going to play out. Roberto, your last one to come across the line, I believe, here in 11th. And he works there around corner number 14 down here across the stripe. Getting that position here tonight. Great job here by these drivers. We'll get our results right now. Travis Roberto gets the win with Kurt Bassler there in second. Steven Zader there in third. Mike Zacher there fourth. Brian Scott fifth. Jay Davis finishes in sixth. Jody Nielsen there in seventh. Thank you again tonight, Jody, for sponsoring the race. Justin Welsh there in eighth. Ignacio there in ninth. Robert Milbrath there in 10th. Matt Mars 11th. Chase Batsko there in 12th. Dan Brathington there 13th. And Ron Matthews in 14th. So there you have it. Looks like Mars lost 2 positions for Ignacio and Robert with that black flag ending the race tonight. I will get with our third place finisher, if we can. We have Steven Zader, our third place finisher. Good evening there, Zader. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing well. What do you think of this track tonight?
Well, since it's my first podium, I thought it was amazing.
Good evening, Justin. Something I can do for you? Well, Zader, well, great job. Can't wait to see what you got going forward. You did a great job maneuvering the track and everything here tonight.
Yeah, it was a tough one. I'm kind of tired out, but a lot of fun and a lot of real good racing. I think it was Kurt and Mike, just tough racing. It was super awesome racing those guys. Super clean, really good.
Alrighty, yeah. I mean, it seemed like there was a lot of different styles of turns too. It wasn't just a flat racetrack tonight or a flat course. You seemed like you had some banks, maybe a little bit of hills here and there. So it seemed like an all-around real good racetrack for you guys tonight.
Yeah, it was really good because you could see where maybe I was faster than one of the other guys, and then there were sections where they were faster. So made it real interesting where we close up, spread out. Just a lot of fun, super fun track.
Well, what was your thoughts on corner 11 and 12, that 90-degree turn, and when you had to dip back down through there to the left? You had that 90-degree to the right, and then you dipped down to the left. I noticed a few drivers got into the sand pit right there.
Yeah, the sand pit wasn't a problem for me, but I kept going too slow to not go too wide, because that's an area where I found I could end up losing the car going too wide in the grass. So I just had to go a lot easier on the exit till I got it lined up.
Well, you did a great job. You got sponsor shout-outs. Anybody you want to thank for getting third place tonight?
Just the whole FMA crew and you and your broadcasting. I think you guys are running a great league, and I think your broadcasts are awesome, and I'm super appreciative to be here with you guys. Alrighty, well, hopefully you can carry some of this momentum into next week as we head into, we're heading to Imola, if I'm saying that right. Yeah, that's great. I raced there some other cars, so I'll get practicing already. Alrighty, well, great job. We'll see you next week. Great. Thank you very much. All right, that was our third place finisher. Now we'll see if we can get Kurt Basslet. Good evening there, Kurt. How's it going? Yeah, might need to unmute yourself there, Kurt. Yeah, there, Kurt. And it doesn't seem like I'm going to get Kurt here. We'll have to see here. We'll get with our winner then, Travis Roberto, here in Victory Lane. How's it going there, Travis?
Hey, doing just fine. How are you?
I'm doing well. Man, you're really making that Mustang work this season.
So far, so good. Yeah, last season I had some issues, so knock on wood, it's going much better this time around.
Well, you got the first 3 wins here under your belt, and I'm sure you're slowly starting to get a target on your back a little bit.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
Well, I mean, you did a great job putting that Mach 10 motorsports machine up there in the victory lane once again. And what was your thoughts here about Zandvoort?
Nothing in particular. For me, it felt like it was going to be a long game type of race. Wasn't trying to be too fast throughout the entire stint. It was kind of a tricky track. That was the first time I've raced it, so again, happy with the result.
Well, you definitely did well, and I'm just kind of curious. I know I asked Zader the same thing, but that corner 11 and 12, where you made that right-hand corner and then had to immediately turn left down past the sand pit, you think you navigated that pretty good tonight?
Yeah, early on, that was probably one of my better sectors, but as the tires were wearing, I really started to lose some lap time through there. But early on, yeah, I think if you got to the bottom, you could really use the camber by that curb, and it really helped rotate the car. But there's a few times towards that last 10-15 minutes, I missed it quite badly.
I know a few drivers, and I'm not sure exactly who all might have done it, but I know there was tire tracks through the sand pit right there as drivers misjudged corner 11 and then ended up cutting into 12 a little bit.
Yeah, there's quite a bit of debris on the track through that area, but it's a tough corner. It's one of those things, if you get over the limit on the fronts and you can't stop and turn, you got nowhere else to go.
Well, you did a great job navigating the entire race course tonight, bringing home the victory. You got any sponsor shout-outs, anybody you want to thank?
Same as last time, the Mach 10 Motorsports Group. I'd like to thank yourself and FMA.
Alrighty, well, we look forward to next week as we go to Imola, and definitely shout out to you early for helping us sponsor the next few races.
I look forward to it, and we'll see you next week.
Alrighty, well, we'll see you at Imola next week, if I'm saying that right.
I have no idea. Your guess is as good as mine, but have a good night.
Alrighty, you too there, Travis. See if we can get with Kurt now. I don't know if we will. Kurt, you there? It doesn't sound like we're going to get Kurt here tonight. Thank you, everybody, for coming out to watch. We had a great showing here tonight. And we're going to be at Imola next week for the GT3s. We'll be at North Wilkesboro this Wednesday for the Cup Series here at FMA. Brought to you by Mellow Yellow Cup Series. Thank you, Matt Mars, for helping sponsor that. At Matt Mars Hardwood. So congrats again, and we can't wait to see what goes on forward from here. Thank you all for watching, and have yourselves a great, great night.